everyone, and welcome to Rep RPG. Tonight we're going to be doing our Vampire, the 5th edition. I did it again. I did it again by trying not to do it again. Vampire, the 5th edition, Blood in the Masquerade, hashtag Bayou.
Bio. Not even
Bayou. It's Bayou.
Hashtag bio.
Welcome to Rep RPG's Vampire, the Masquerade, 5th edition, live play, Blood in the Bayou, set in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Bayou in the Blood Vampire Masquerade. Thank you.
I just
fifth vampire in the Bayou.
Yeah.
The fifth one.
Lucky number 5.
There's only 5.
Hashtag
This is Bayou
bio.
number 5.
It's only
This-
5.
That broke me.
I love my
That-
Tuesday crew.
That broke me.
Yes,
Oh.
I win.
Bayou
leave
number
now.
5.
I can leave tonight. I'll have this.
I'm gonna need more alcohol.
Pixie gets
I've done my
inspiration
job.
on all her dice
Yes.
rolls tonight.
I've done my job
Oh.
as the siren.
Yeah, that broke me for a second. Anyways, so I'm Sway. I'll be your storyteller tonight. I'm going to pass it around to. We're going to start with Matthew, so Pixie has time to prepare her speech about what Rep RPG does.
Make Matthew do it. He knows us.
No, last time. Well, I don't care who does it. Last time we talked to, but she's like, "Wow, you've been starting with me. I put Matthew up there."
Matthew used to do. He would channel into his blackout zone, and
I'll do
just
it.
the words would come out.
He's our
And
Sam
he
Riegel.
never
I'll
remembered
do
any
it.
of them.
He's our
Okay,
Sam
so
Riegel.
do me. Pick me. I'll do it. Pick
All
me.
right,
Do
welcome to
it.
Hecate. She's going to tell you about. No, okay.
Fucking bitch.
So we're gonna start with
No, I
Matthew.
didn't-
Matthew,
do I have
if you would like
permission? I
to,
will.
I was going. Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck yeah. Welcome to Rep RPG, everyone. Here we do lots of fun things. Here we do lots of games. I don't know what the schedule is. I don't pay attention. I know Vampires is tonight. And sometimes we have Endless Wonder. And sometimes we have, on Friday nights, we have another D&D game that's all homebrew 5e stuff. That's super, super cool. I really like it. You're laughing. You picked me. You did this.
I
We
stand by
also...
this decision. Please keep going.
I do too.
Cool. We have a Discord that's super cool. We talk about fun stuff
True.
there. You should hang out over there. We also Pixie sells dice, makes really cool dice. You should check that out too.
Even vampire dice.
Even vampire dice. I'm waiting for my Blood and Bones set. It's very cool.
Yeah.
But they also just released some Halloween dice that were super cool. They should post a TikTok link to that if you can. They were really pretty. So yeah, we do fun stuff, we do fun things, and you should hang out all the time. Just never leave. Hi, I'm Kat, and I'm playing Kitty. She is a gang girl.
Playing
I've been
Liz.
sick for 2 weeks. I am on so much cold medication. So this is what this manic energy is. It's cold medication mixed with alcohol. Don't do that. I'm playing a gang girl who is pushing the limits of religious exemption, and also just having a great time, protecting her friends, and doing nothing wrong ever. Back to you, Slay.
I just love that you're like, and we don't do anything bad ever.
I'm never
Hashtag
letting anyone
trying
else
to
do
push
intro
the world.
ever. I'm never letting anyone else do the intro. It's
You
gonna be
can
Kat on
say-
3 shots.
You can say so much about anything I say. That was the fastest Rep RPG intro you guys have ever done.
I'm not being sarcastic. I was genuine. You got all the shit out with the exact same chaos energy that we embody here as players. Meg,
NyQuil
it's
and
your turn next
Sangria.
week, so prepare. I would like it in iambic
Here for
pentameter,
it.
please.
You can like it all you want. It ain't gonna happen, but okay.
Alright.
Well, while she tells you, introduce yourself, Meg, and tell us who you're gonna be playing tonight.
Hi, I'm Removable Knees and Meg, and I'm playing Jim, the Malkavian, and I have also never done anything wrong.
No, not to
Except
others.
she genuinely hasn't.
Not to
I
others.
know.
Well,
Literally.
that one episode
What did I
was.
do
tiring.
wrong?
Priest thing, we're gonna forget the whole like going against
No.
the whole Cora vampire by
That's still on
recognizing
her.
the UI.
The only thing that she did to other people was that night she tried to make you break.
That too.
That was the only thing that I was
I
like,
didn't
no,
say
that was nothing Jim
wrong
did wrong.
doesn't mean affecting
Okay, first
other
of all,
people
I was
necessarily.
compelled to do that, and fraternizing with the 2i, that's not my fault. That was a vision that went
Welcome
bad.
to Never Neverland, bitches.
And I took care of that. It's fine.
Sure, you did.
Yeah.
You tried to, at least.
God, did I try?
Oh my.
gonna need so much more alcohol for tonight already, and we just got started. Fuck.
Yep.
So, so Matthew, who are you tonight, and who are you playing every day?
My name's Matthew. I am Cargo Shorts, and and I am playing Jace. Thank you, Megan, for the idea. But I am playing Jace the Tremere, who believes in the scientific. He believes in the way that you do science experiments. Matthew can't think of words, and he will be conducting those experiments throughout the future. So, good luck to all of New Orleans.
See, when Meg said she's removable knees, I almost fucking lost it. And then when you said cargo shorts, it just took her removable knees and, like those cargo shorts, merged them together.
That was the whole point.
We call that an alley-oop, kids. Teamwork makes the dream work.
And
here at Rep RPG.
Pixie, who are you, and what are you doing tonight?
I'm sorry to be the downer tonight and have nothing fucking fun to say. Hi, I'm Meg's future blackmailer. Dustin, send me that photo right fucking now. And I can't hear you. I'm sorry, Meg. I can't hear you denying that you're a wrongdoer. But I'm Pixie. You can find me as @ChaosPixieMagic everywhere on the glorious internet. When I remember, god damn it. Oh right, you're old. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Way back when I used to actually stream my own channel. I'm starting that again soon. Thank you very much for that. In theory, currently we're just half of us are waiting out the impending hurricane.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking got. And then when it starts up again, I run our Endless Wonder campaign on Mondays, eventually. And when it's going, I am a player in our Intensia campaign on Fridays, which may need to move days because Cody got booked at SeaWorld for 2 months for Halloween season. Like, we're very excited for him. It fucks up some scheduling. So Kat was correct. I don't know the schedule. None of us know the schedule. She was more accurate than she knows.
That's why you join the Discord, people. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I do want to give a big shout out to.
I'm always right.
I do want to give a big shout out to Cody for last week's episode on Vampire Day for Pixie's birthday. What was the game titled?
Stealing Stories for the Devil.
Stealing Stories for the Devil. That was by far the best time I've had, like at a D&D kind of rolling that I wasn't running, and that it.
Really?
Okay. We have a lot of talented storytellers and DMs here. But I never got to be like a time-traveling spy before, and that was fun.
It was fun.
So
Did I, the next day, text Pixie paragraphs of my character's heartbreaking thing?
Yes.
Absolutely, I
Yes,
did.
she did. Yes, she fucking did. And it was
I was like, do you ever think about how much she woke up and realized she's lost generations of family and friends and has no one? Interesting. I just left.
Yeah.
Not the existential dread that game would have. Time travel has always given me like time travel horror. That's just a perfect little mix. And that's kind of what we had a little bit of there at the end of the episode last time.
It was also like
Fucking Santa Claus.
I think it's Santa Claus. I've been informed that it is not. I think he's wrong. I think he can change it.
I believe in you. I believe it's Santa Claus.
But I genuinely fucking yeah, I had a blast. I would like to do it again. But unfortunately, if we do it again, it's because this game would be canceled, and we don't like that. We like this game going. But like for emergencies, it's nice that we have a filler now instead of just downing a show. Like,
oh, for sure.
So if we're not vamping on Tuesdays for any reason, cast member sick, whatever, like tech issues, Cody will pop in, and we will run the next session of that. So that will be fun.
And that would have been fun. But tonight's Vampire Night.
So it's trauma. Let's go.
So it's trauma. Last we left off, the individual coterie members were, for most part, just doing their own thing. Some people progressed on their side hustles / religious, not extremist, of course not, just, exemptions to the rules.
Everyone else trauma. Kitty thriving.
We had everything from that to realizing that in the middle of your night, for you, Jace, you suffered a dark urge, and used the tools necessary to do a little research.
Scientific method.
Sticky crimson-colored research.
That
I don't
requires
like
you to do it
sticky
more
at
than
all
one
in this
time.
context. I don't know why. Sticky is worse than the fact that there's bones and viscera in this, but just sticky.
Yeah,
Viscera's usually
just
big.
crayons. Bone crayons.
Bone crayon. Which the crowns are usually made out of. Actually, sorry, I know way too much about weird things. I'll stop.
And for the most part, nobody really had an end in sight. So what I'm going to ask is, to start us off, I'm going to start with you, Jace. You have the most immediate and pressing reality in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
While everybody else kind of thinks of their next steps that they would like to do, or if they wanted to push buttons, essentially. So we're going to start with you, Jace. Kind of tell me what's in your mind when you're really coming to what you've done and trying to decipher these messages and notes and sigils that you know you did, but don't have any recollection of what.
So, kind of like we talked about last week, it takes Jace by surprise for sure. And some of the first things that he did, other than looking like to see what happened, was he saw those footsteps of the girls that had come in several times to seemingly check on him. And so after that, he checked his phone to see if he had any texts from the coterie. And when he didn't, he is gonna take the first night to just kind of sit there and reflect on what happened. Even if he can't remember, which is infuriating in its own way, but fine. He's just gonna kind of sit and be like, what the fuck happened? What do I remember last? What was I doing? What was I trying to do? Oh shit, it was that power enhancing amulet. And then he's gonna try and find that if he still has the
It
item?
is still on your wrist.
Okay.
It is still in the same working condition as when you put it on.
Okay.
The bloody wax and powder mixture is no longer there. The stone is completely used all of the vitae.
Okay. Understood. And he is silently relieved that it has been used. And so he's gonna after most of the day is over, he is going to take a few forced deep breaths and then he's gonna pull out a notebook and begin taking notes and organizing the mad scribbles and writings
Okay.
around his apartment.
Roll me an intelligence research.
Okay.
Or academia.
Yeah. Am I hungry?
No.
Okay.
If we didn't mention, if we didn't say it, I meant to. You do not feel the hunger.
Cool. Do I get, since I have a specialty in research, do I get my specialty die?
Yes, you do.
Perfect. That is 2
you're
dice,
just
right?
transcribing. Yeah.
Yeah. It is 2 dice for specialties,
Yes.
right? 8 successes.
Okay. You feel very confident that you got everything, but I need you to roll me a intelligence awareness.
Six successes on that one.
What you are experiencing while you're trying to make sure that you've got everything down, and you're being very focused, you're trying to pay attention to every detail, you realize that your hand is still moving until you're aware of it, and then it stops.
Okay.
So you start moving the pen, you're looking, you're checking, and then you just keep catching it. There's these times where you're not looking at the wall and you're not going from the wall to the paper, but your pen is still, your hand, should I say, is still finishing the concepts. It's almost out of muscle memory.
Okay. Okay, Jace has 2 immediate thoughts. And his first one is that he is going to get out a fresh notebook. And he is going to start not really scribbling, but just kind of like writing in a circle and seeing if this is some
Trying
weird
to do the
the
possession
yeah, seeing if
divination
it's
kind of deal.
that.
I forgot what
Yeah.
it's called.
It's auto
writing.
Is it
Yeah.
just auto writing?
I think
Okay,
it
I
is, yeah.
couldn't remember if the writing term was more exciting or not.
You start doing circles and you just kind of clear your mind. Roll me a charisma. No, roll me a composure awareness.
Okay.
Trying to think of what Zen would be. Like if
Man,
you were trying to
it's-
clear your very analytical mind, what would Zen what would
It's more
meditation
ghosts.
phase be in?
I swear to God, if it's more ghosts. Ooh. That's -1 successes.
Okay. Um
Doing great, sweetie.
Listen,
you
there's only so much
know
Zen I can be in right now.
you know more now than when you did when you were human.
Mm.
About the spiritual afterlife, the magic that is actually real, even though the kind of magic you can do is not the kind that mages do. You now know that there is multiple types of magic in the world, and you know that this should work, but you just can't. It's like you start feeling your hands like making letters, and you look and you realize, like, much like a person who's not really summoning anything or communicating will move the Ouija board.
Yep.
It's more you than any auto writing that's happening.
Okay. Then when that happens, he's gonna make himself stop. He's gonna go make a pot of coffee that he's not gonna drink. And then when that is done, he will come back and he will, in that same new notebook, begin writing actually transcribing the notes again. And
Okay.
if it happens and he continues writing more, he will just try to let it happen. And when he inevitably fails, because we just rolled that, he will.
Yeah, you do catch it a couple times, but it's one of those things that when you're aware of it, it stops.
Mhm.
It's like you caught your brain doing something, and your brain goes, "I wasn't doing nothing," and just
Yeah.
kind of goes back to, like, manually responding to your commands. However, brains and body parts function in the vampire world.
Yep.
But it's almost like the the same sensation of you catching something out of the corner of your eye. And you're like, my hand's still... No, I guess maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. I definitely feel like
Gotcha.
it was.
Okay. And then if this is still the first night, he will text the girls.
Yeah, you would have time, because it's not on your furniture. It's just on the flat
just on the walls and the
surfaces and the floors. And it's like a really fucked up game of Sims where somebody put really nasty wallpaper and floor paper down and then put like furniture inside and it doesn't match.
Is the Craigslist dude's body still in the apartment?
It is not.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna text the girls.
Okay.
Hi.
And you're just texting them? Are you texting them individually or the group chat?
Group chat.
Okay.
I don't have time to individually text these girls.
I just making sure.
That's valid. But...
Very rapidly, they're both. You can see them both typing. Oh my God, HI. Oh, are you okay? What the fuck happened? Are you good? And it's just this like. It is this rapid fire of like, oh God, he's finally back.
He will let them get it out, and then when it seems to slow a little bit, he'll just respond, I think I'm good. I saw that you two came over, or no, and then he'll backspace. It seems like you guys came over. We should talk. Period.
And it says, so Sarah goes, well, my place or, and then ... and then Samantha goes, my place. Like, we can meet wherever you want as long as it's not your fucking apartment.
Frustrating but valid.
So fair, besties.
Yeah, they're like family now. They're like the sisterhood of traveling blood. It's just...
He's gonna text back, I don't really want to be seen right now. Can you make an exception? If not, I totally get it because it's weird here. Let me know.
Weird. That is the biggest understatement of the millennia. It's weird here.
Yeah,
So
listen,
bad
he has to downplay it.
Samantha responds with, we can do paparazzi protocol or we can sit on the sticky floors.
The couch
Your choice, boss.
The couch isn't sticky, but okay. Send me your address.
Why are you worried about being seen out right now?
He needs time to figure this out before he mentions it to the coterie.
Okay.
And so he just doesn't want to run into a kindred that might mention him existing to the coterie.
So the benefit of ghouling two very high priority and protective ghouls is that both of their counterparts, one is Siren's ghoul, sometimes need to get places unnoticed by the public. You basically got what it equates to a billionaire in the South, and you've got a politician. So being able to get around, they actually show up together, and they give you a hoodie and aviators, and now you kind of look like the Boston bomber.
Oh, no.
Not exactly going to raise suspicions in New Orleans. Because they still also just you're a white dude with aviators walking through the city, and it could be somebody on drugs, could be somebody walking home from the bar last night.
Okay.
But
he will.
you get the realistic expectation that unless somebody was tracking you already, they're not going to know you're you.
Okay. He is still on high alert as they walk. Trying to. He actually does have heightened senses.
Okay.
So while
well,
he's out,
they're
and
going to
about,
offer to drive you.
even better.
Okay. Yeah. It wasn't so much walking through the city.
As
When
walking
you
to a
said you didn't
car.
want to be seen, it was just kind of like walking to the car.
Yeah.
You know that while Samantha, the guy that she's kind of tracking does a lot of business in New Orleans proper. He's actually outside the city. So your options are Sarah's apartment or outside of New Orleans.
Outside of New Orleans. Why not?
Okay. So we're gonna go on a little road trip with you.
It's a scary place.
Let me pull up. It's not very far outside of New Orleans, but it's not improper. And I would really love a better map. Because I forgot what the city's name was.
Anyone else ever
New Orleans?
roll the ligament around their funny bone? Just me. Ow.
Ooh.
Is it Shreveport?
Yes. Yeah.
He's going to Shreveport to get his colors done.
Why do you know that? Just out of curiosity.
It's from Still Magnolias.
Thank you. It's been a minute.
Oh.
I was like, no, I feel like you should know that, and I don't know why I don't know that. Like,
it's not Shreveport. It's right outside New Orleans.
Oh.
Shreveport's 5 hours away.
That's all I got.
Oh.
Old New Orleans?
Old Orleans, not New Orleans.
Old Orleans.
Old Orleans.
Regardless, it's right up the bridge that they put from little Bayou to Bayou Island.
Oh, is it Lewisburg?
I'll find it later. Not a huge deal right now.
Fair enough.
But it's a fairly well off area. Outside of New Orleans. It's kind of like the suburbs, but that's where all the money is. Because it's not in New Orleans as much as it is outside, where it was cheap to establish and build. Yet again, taking advantage of the people and the nature of the New Orleans area. And she takes you to what looks like a newer version, more modern version of like a plantation home, where it's more like Greek in its structure, but it does have these large white pillars out front. And it looks to be, probably from the outside, you guess, a 4 or 5 bedroom house.
Nice.
And Sarah gets out and Samantha gets out. And she goes, "Okay, so this is my place. This is about as private as I can get us." What?
It's nice. It's huge.
And she kind of walks up and kind of pats you like on the clavicle area, and she goes, "You chose me for a reason, didn't you?" And she just kind of turns around and walks into essentially her own private mansion. And it has the world's worst decorating. She bought this house, but she doesn't know how to pick out nice things for herself. So while everything, it's kind of like she's got movie posters hung up next to like built-in bookshelves. And it's like you realize that there's like a mentality stop. Like the just got out of high school, starting college, kind of like that mentality. And judged off your research, it's kind of like when she got into the business of like personal secretaries.
Sure.
She's realized she doesn't have to do whatever the fuck she doesn't want to do. She's gonna do her. Valid. She wants to hang up Twilight posters next to her, $8,000 of books. She gonna do it. but it's like it's this odd mix of form over function and function over form. It's like this minimalist and maximalist kind of dichotomy everywhere. A very plain, basic entertainment center, but what looks like a very expensive, very large TV. Unused console games that are just like collecting dust. You know they've never been played because everything is still like wrapped up, like they just came out of the box and put it there.
Oh.
But the furniture looks really plush and large and comfortable. So she just turns around and goes, "Okay, do you guys want anything to drink? Samantha, do you want anything to drink? Boss, do you want anything to look at for a while?"
Water.
Sounds great. And then her and Samantha, her and Sarah go into the kitchen and kind of make themselves some drinks and kind of let you just chill in the living room, walk around, whatever you want to do. I
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
couple minutes that they're going to be making drinks.
He's just gonna kind of look around a little bit and see what
Medium
this person that he ghouled is all about. Because yeah, and he's gonna just kind of take it in and be a little.
You got enough
weirded
time to
out.
look at the books or the movies?
Jace is more of a book person. Not that he
Okay.
dislikes movies, but he's just more of a book person. Is there poetry? That's actually what he's looking for.
There are some books of poetry.
Some grass on the shelf. Grass on the shelf 6 times.
There are it's an odd mix of like this is a book that I bought that is like hardback and leather bound and it's pretty, and this is a textbook and it's like right next to it, but she does actually have some textbooks on poetry and like writing poetry. In between two of those books is like 5 books of the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicles. And like it's this weird like, okay, you got a leather-bound book, you got a textbook that's like 6 inches taller than these little pocket versions of Anne Rice's books. And there's some classics there, classic poetry. There's also Dracula and Frankenstein, and you get the impression that she's probably been trying to figure out as many like what story is true.
Gotcha. Okay.
But because you walked in her life and proved that some of her favorite books are reality.
She's just
But
like
this
me
is a
for
person.
real.
And that literally an urban legend exists
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the form of Mama Iris. Like,
Yep.
Yeah. And you get the impression that she's educated. And she's got some textbooks from, like business class and stuff like that. But you get she's grounded, but she has to leave this plane of existence and go live in fantasy land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I get that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But all these up here are like for pleasure or reference. It's not, you don't get any like pretentious feeling of these books are being placed on so somebody else would be like, oh, you have this. Oh.
Gotcha. Then
And
yeah,
they come
I'll
back
just
from.
wait.
Go ahead. Yeah, and they
Yeah,
come
he
back
was
from the
just
kitchen. They're both sporting some mixed drink. It doesn't look like anything harder than like a rum and coke, but and they sit down on this very large like sectional plush. It feels like almost a wool top, not wool, softer than wool, but like 70s shag carpet, but a couch, and comfortable, and looks like she spent probably $30,000 on this couch. But it's soft and plush, and they both kind of sit into the cushions and go, so what do you want to talk about?
So, what was it that you guys tell me your all's perspective on the last few days?
And Samantha just kind of like takes her drink and starts to drink it, and Sarah goes, all right, so we didn't hear from you for like the first day. No big deal. Second day, we felt like she said she felt it too. Like almost a call. Like we felt like I texted her like, "Hey, should we go check on him?" And she's like, "Yeah, I've been having that feeling all day." And she's like, and then Samantha goes, "Yeah, I've been feeling like you were trying to. All right, you seen the movies where like Dracula compels you? I felt like we were being kind of like, oh, we should go. Like I couldn't turn that. Yeah, she's like, we couldn't stop thinking about. We need to go check on you." And so we get there, and we use the key, get inside. The first day wasn't too bad. And Samantha goes, you'd killed them both. You were really hard to talk to. You didn't say much, but you didn't hurt us or anything else like that. But it was very much unaware of us. But you would walk around us. But day 2, you were hungry. And we knew. Sarah goes, yeah, we knew you were hungry and that we had to bring you somebody. We try to figure it out. We don't know. Do you remember telling us to get people? Because we didn't. We just felt like we had to, but you never told us.
We'll circle back to that.
Okay. And that was the only time but you kept him alive for a few days and fed on him, and then was it the night before last? No, the night before the 2 nights ago. You just had their bodies waiting for us, and we had this impression that we needed to come over and like get rid of, like to clean, to move. And we got in and we was like, okay, well, obviously not the 3 bodies. He probably means, and we looked at you and we're like, to the wall, and you didn't do anything. So we were going to start cleaning the walls. We both didn't think it was going to work. And you grabbed, and this is Samantha, you grabbed my hands, not hard, but firmly, and just took it away from the wall. And then you pointed at the bodies, and we just kind of knew what we needed to do. But I wasn't aware that you could do mental commands.
Okay.
And it just kind of took us, like, we're good. We know what, it's fine. Just that kind of, was it last night? Yeah, last night. Like, we were okay with it because we just knew that you weren't talking, and that was probably your way of communicating. But it was weird for the first couple days, not gonna lie. Glad to see you actually talking and walking.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
It could be.
We're
gonna go with that. It sounds like a good idea. We're gonna go with
So I've explained to you both, what the different clans are, and what my clan does, what my clan specializes in. And last year, no, Matthew forgets when this happened.
a while ago.
A while back,
Mhm.
we had there was an event at Le Save where everybody's abilities were boosted, and turns out it was magic. And so I, since then, have been trying to figure out how to make a pocket version of that.
Now, I think it was Samantha that you gave a version of this, like a trial version.
Ooh.
at the beginning of that episode. Remember? And all it did was boost her senses to like it was the first one that you
Yes.
made,
Yes.
and it boosted your senses too far.
Uh-huh.
And then you gave it to her, and you got the
And
impression
she was
that
like,
she was on
Vamp.
par with your senses.
yeah.
I think that was Samantha that you gave. She
That
just kind of
sounds right.
she just kind of like points at her wrist, and there's that little leather corded medallion that she's got on.
Yep, that one. Yep. Well, I made it work. Sort of. But I think what went wrong was Oscar. Or at least that was the beginning of the downhill slope. So first, I'm sorry that you all had to see me like that.
And Sarah just kind of raises her hand. Hold on. First off, that guy was a fucking creep.
Yeah, I know.
He
I think so.
wasn't disappointed to see him fucked up.
So what? Just so that you guys know, what happened is that I had him go get somebody that I could kill, because I needed a whole person's worth of blood. And he got them, and then I killed that person and used all their blood. But then he took their body to the room and started making weird noises with it. And I think that just made me really mad. So I think I killed him.
When you say that, the ruminations that you were making the first night, I was trying to figure out what happened. When you say that, you picture yourself walking down that hall. And you open the door. Do you want to know what you saw? Or do you not want to know what you saw?
The audience wants to know what he saw, Your Honor. Please.
Fair enough.
Please.
So as
It's me. I'm the audience. Give it to me.
as you're walking down the hall and you open the door, you see this man, this corpse now, straddling a naked Oscar. Oscar is physically holding this corpse upright.
Oh.
And he is making the corpse slap him as hard as he can as Oscar grinds and gyrates under this corpse.
Okay.
And that was the trigger, because in that moment you saw that the only thing that Oscar wants is a corpse to beat him.
Yeah.
For his own pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. Jace is gonna like throw up in his mouth a little bit.
Even after all of this time,
It's...
even after all this time and everything that you put this thing through, he still only saw you as a tool for his own sexual gratification.
Yeah. Okay. And he's just gonna kind of like come back to the present. Yeah. So I killed him, justifiably so now that I remember that. But normally I would not be able to issue mental commands, I'm pretty sure. But because of the medallion and the spell, I think that is what caused that. Going forward, if there's weird blood notes anywhere, don't erase them. That's kind of what I do. But also, I will try not to have there be weird blood notes on the walls and floors going forward.
And this is Sarah, she goes, I actually would like to talk to you about something. Or no, sorry, Samantha says this. Why the fuck do you live in an apartment? I have to know. I wanted peace and seclusion from New Orleans,
Mhm.
and land is real cheap here. You have a bigger secret than just I'm a pretty little thing that stands next to a desk of rich men. You live in an apartment building with, you know how many people? 337 live in your building. That is too many people for you to be doing New Age Art Deco in your fucking apartment. Jackson Pollock had nothing on you.
Listen, New Orleans is where I'm from, and it was a nice apartment, and it was the apartment that I had whenever I got away from Oscar, so I liked the apartment. I'll probably
I'm glad that you
stay
said
there.
liked, because we talked about it. You don't live there anymore. You need to stay here.
No, this
Then
is too
you
far.
need a secluded place.
I can talk to some people, but I do need to stay in the city limits of New Orleans. I think that's a rule.
She just kind of rolls her eyes, and they both lean back. Like, that's stupid. That's going to get you killed.
No, it won't get me killed. It will get Kine in the apartment next to mine killed. It won't get me
I'm not
killed,
living
though.
there.
But yeah, if there's ever any notes that you guys see that it looks like I might have made, leave them alone. Also, I'm gonna do my best to not make you guys get rid of bodies anymore. If there is ever a time when you need to get rid of bodies, have we as a coterie discussed giving each other's ghouls each other's numbers?
Yes.
I think with the new,
Yeah.
I think the new ghouls are all in contact with each other. I think
Okay,
that,
Yeah.
the
I
older
thought so.
ghouls,
The
like
other night-
Hamy's not getting into a group chat with a bunch of 20-year-old fucking ghouls.
No,
Of
but
course.
like the other night when they all met, they all got each
Mhm.
other's numbers.
Yeah, okay, perfect. I thought so, I just didn't want to assume. If there's a time when you all need to get rid of bodies, I recommend texting Liz. The gangrel are very good at getting rid of bodies because they have gators.
We just eat them.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, they have gators.
You know.
Same
Mhm.
thing.
6
They
of
have
1.
gators, and it makes it very easy. However, if there is ever a time when I am out of it, like I was,
Mhm.
you all did the right thing. Thank you. And thank you for keeping this between the three of us. This was kept between the three of us, right? Nobody else
Yeah.
knows about
Well,
this.
no, they do not know.
They actually
Okay.
already texted me.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
knew the whole time.
And Sarah goes, so a pragmatic approach. I also need to know, that's great to know that this is when we can reach out to them. We also need to know when we can't reach out to them because we wasn't sure. So we decided the best thing to do was just to take care of it ourselves.
If
I forgot the life of me. Siren, what is your ghoul's name?
Corey?
Yeah. She's like, Sarah goes, I didn't even tell Corey.
good. For the most part, trust your gut. You are both very capable. If it seems like a sensitive situation where I am incapable of speech because I'm so zooted out and in the magic realm, then probably best to keep it between the three of us.
Do we
But-
tell Auntie Iris?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Mostly because she'll kick my ass.
You see Samantha just accept that, and you see, without even a roll, that Sarah is a little bit more trepidatious about hiding things from
I know.
her family's urban legend.
Well, and he'll kind of pick up on that. Listen, you don't need to lie about it because you just don't need to talk to her about it. And
I can
if
stay away from her.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. And if she asks, just don't say anything. And if you have to say anything, tell her that I said not. And she'll come beat me up. And it's fine.
I will gladly tell her that it is a supernatural command that I can't tell you.
Tell her that it's
Your
like
fault.
patient doctor privilege, except ghoul and kindred privilege. So
They just kind of nod their heads. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk to the girls about?
he's gotten a stable timeline now.
Mm-hmm. About a week.
Also, going forward, I don't know if you guys figured this out. I only feed on religious people. Everybody else tastes gross. So,
Okay.
Religious people.
You stopped to think about that for a second, without even needing a roll. They brought you somebody you fed on.
They did,
but you hadn't told them that before.
No, and they did tell me that they weren't sure who to get, so they just got somebody. And he's assuming either A, they got lucky, or B, there was some supernatural pull that pulled them towards somebody that's religious. Yeah. And either way, he's willing to just skip over that next time. For now, I am going to be going back to the apartment. I think I've gotten all of the notes transcribed, but gotta double check some femurs.
Whether you are just telling them that to get rid of them, you feel very confident with those rolls that you got everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to feel like you need to go back for round 2. You had 8 successes.
No. He's pretty positive. He just also needs some time to probably say goodbye to the apartment and to start cleaning it himself. Because I think he is going to take cleaning the blood and viscera away as a almost ritualistic cleansing of Oscar and getting rid of that. And then he also needs to figure out how he's going to talk to the coterie about this.
Okay. So
start with murdering Oscar. No.
Yeah.
Start with Oscar fucking a corpse as a facsimile for you.
Absolutely.
Then we will not care about anything else.
Easy.
So and that's the thing is I was saving that for if you wanted to dive into what happened or if you wanted if you wanted Meg to pull it out of you. And I was
Thank you for not making me do that.
Yeah. She will not have those images in the character's head.
I have
what
enough.
you do is you tell the person who's is most likely to be most cool with it, and then just go down the line with more people that back you
Absolutely.
up.
100%.
Exactly how you do it.
Curious who he thinks would be most cool with it though.
Liz.
Liz.
She's killed people. She's been in blood orgies. He knows this.
Yeah. He said, I authorized someone. She went, yeah, I know, and continued with her day.
She's not a regular scourge. She's like a cool scourge.
She's cool. She's
you
the
guys
cool
anything?
mom.
Some snacks, some condoms. Just let me know. Love ya.
Listen, if you're gonna join a blood cult, I'd rather you do it in the house.
That's very Rebecca Chase, actually.
Accurate.
Why do you think? I just want to know how Rebecca Chase's blood cult's going.
But yeah, so he's gonna go back to the apartment and begin cleaning. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this: you can use one of your dots in resources for pretty much whatever kind of house you want in New Orleans. The benefit and downside of New Orleans is you can only do so much with the land you got and the houses available. So a one dot of your resources with your new goodness, that can afford you whatever you want, short of if you want a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom in New Orleans, you're not gonna be able to do that.
Sure.
But you could you could also open up a store/living space, kind of like Iris has.
Oh my god, you can open it next door to me.
That's too much. I don't want to. He's not a business owner. He will end up looking for a
Well, let me ask you this before you decide that. You can either do that, or you can have Samantha hustle more, be less available on call, but it can come out of her resources, and she would be making money as well.
For now, I think I'll just take one of my dots.
Okay.
Um,
Now tell us
and
what you've decided to get.
he
It's a 4-dot.
like a
4-dot house or
little
whatever.
it'll be like a two bedroom house.
Okay.
It is
So for a
fairly
2-bedroom,
quaint.
you can pretty much add an arsenal, and a library, and if you wanted Iris to open up a little area like she has, it could be not a wilderness, not a forest, but
Sure.
you could have essentially a hidden lab.
Interesting. He will definitely end up taking her up on that at some point. For now, not yet.
Okay.
Because he needs to figure out how to address the fact that he's moving with Iris too. And he's not ready to tell her about all this yet.
Hey, Mom, aren't you?
You could just say, "Hey,
grounded?
I'm moving to. This is my new place," and you get the impression she'd be cool with it.
I mean, yeah, but like he's just nervous about there being extra questions
Okay.
that he
Just
doesn't want to
got over
lie
being
about.
grounded. Like, just,
Also
okay?
true.
That's not the next step is not, I know you just grounded me for like fucking up a little and you had me under house arrest. I'm getting out of your house.
You ever were ungrounded?
I don't live
you
underneath
said,
that roof
I
anymore,
have to
Mom.
Go somewhere for a little bit, and then you never came back. So I think you're technically still grounded.
Accurate.
Yeah, that's actually fair. She's actually extended your grounding for another 50 years. It's fine.
So let me ask you this:
Uh-huh.
You're gonna clean your apartment, masquerade proof your apartment.
Yeah.
How do you go about doing that?
What
What would you like to roll for?
A lot of magic.
Since you said you're going to do this
erasers.
alone, no outside help.
He is going to do this alone. A lot of magic erasers, those things are truly magic.
Well, they're fucking magic, man.
But
Have you ever tried the pink stuff? God, that stuff gets anything.
I have wanted to try the pink stuff.
It works. It gets my hair dye out of the walls.
Oh, see, that's
shit,
what I need.
I need that.
The pink stuff and magic erasers.
Okay, you said the magic words.
But yeah, is there anything carved into anything, or is it just blood?
There are scratch marks that we're gonna do some rolls.
Okay.
There are gonna be scratch marks.
So
you'd have to repaint.
He's consider. Would it be possible for Jace to keep this apartment and his house?
Yeah.
Then he's
this apartment was pretty much not given to you, but it's not costing you much. It's a real not great apartment in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's not costing you much.
Then yeah, he will still paint over things, but if there are any gouges in anything, he's gonna leave it because Jace is nothing if not sentimental to a fault. So
you get the blood cleaned up. The scratches that are left don't really go to the plaster. It's more just the shitty wallpaper that's been up. Like you just kind of cut through the wallpaper. They painted over the wallpaper, so it's like paint, wallpaper, and then wall. And it's never gotten through all the way. But you don't see the distinctive shapes. It just looks like somebody took a key and sat here and drunken one night kind of swung their arms around. Or or the nerdy kid with a katana. Does he have a katana in there? He could have been spinning it around. But yeah, it's. Go ahead and roll me a. I almost want to do dexterity brawl for this. Let's do. I'm gonna do intelligence and survival.
Okay, interesting. Do I have anything in survival? Is there? No, I sure fucking don't. Okay.
Okay. You can you can supplement survival with occult. You would just be doing different things.
All right.
But let's just see if the cops came over tomorrow, are they gonna find the hidden little drops of blood that you've missed?
Fair.
If the
Then I
cops are
should.
already on their way.
Yeah.
I
If you
should
stopped
do
right
occult.
now, how low would it be?
I should do occult then.
You know there are cleaning services for such things.
Yeah.
It's one of the benefits of being Tremere.
It's called Gangrel. We'll figure it
He
out.
is-
It's fine.
He is sentimental. 2 successes. I rolled a 4, a 4, a 3, a 3, a 3, a 4, and a 0, so a 10. But lots of 3s and 4s.
So you get the impression that it's clean.
Okay. He is gonna just sit there for a little bit after it's clean. Make a pot of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Sit.
Mm-hmm.
Reflect on the fact that it's done. And then lock up his apartment and head over to his new house.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I'm ready to fight Nos. Let's go.
All right. So you get almost the definitive proof that it has lied to you.
Yeah.
Lied to you through a mission
Jim
of
is
not
many
telling
things.
you.
An angel, a wonderful person, an angel from above, but never a liar.
No.
Not once.
Not about something like that.
Yeah.
How are you going to how would you like to go about doing this?
I send that text,
Mm-hmm.
and then I send the location of the my new meeting spot that I've seen them meeting everyone in, the junkyard.
Okay.
It's just Liz
No, we
office
talked about
hours
this, right?
posted
The
on
junkyard. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pixie.
No, I'm good.
Junkyard, was that in no man's land in between, or was
It's
that
in between?
okay? I couldn't remember if we
It's
fully
where
decided.
If I fuck someone up and it's not good, technically.
It's not Anarch land and
not
it's
Anarch
not
land, it's not
Camarilla
Camarilla
land.
land.
Okay, Junkyard is almost known for this then,
Yeah.
of being an establishment that no one really wants to claim ownership of.
Me. I've claimed ownership of it. This is my junkyard.
That's it. Fair enough. It becomes well known that while not Camarilla territory, it is the scourge of New Orleans territory.
I love that for me. And I text Jason
Okay.
and I say, "Are you playing bodyguard tonight?"
For him or for you?
I asked you the question, "Are you for him?"
I'm free tonight.
And then I need you to play it for me.
I'm free tonight.
All right. So we get Jason. I send him the address to the junkyard.
Okay.
I tell him to get there ASAP. I take him. I take my dogs. And Spot's also there in case he does something stupid, so he can go get someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the command that you give Spot?
Spot. I tell Spot that if something goes wrong, to go find our queue.
Okay.
I need someone who can speak with the animal.
So it's not a Lassie situation where he's just flying,
It's
picking
true.
one of us over and over. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I need someone who can speak animals.
Stop it! Just like.
And his
Okay.
words to give to her is the Nos attack the Scourge.
Okay. You are prepared.
Yeah.
The best little New Orleans Scourge Batman that we got. with you bringing that much force,
The dog. It's my dog's the one person.
yeah.
He won't
With
see
you,
Spot. Spot's hidden.
no. With you bringing that much force, this night is going to happen as you would like, barring any negative competitive rolls. Okay.
Yeah. He can
There's
roll.
not going to be a lot of rolling that you have to do, because you've come prepared.
I would like to take this moment to remind all of us, Meg, that all I did was slap you out of a dream. She's about to kill your boyfriend.
I'm not gonna kill
I
him.
simply accidentally pulled you out of you're the happiest moment of your life because it wasn't real. Accident. This is on purpose. That's all. Carry on.
So you tell me how you would like this to go down.
Okay. He shows up. And when he shows up, she's working on one of her bikes. She's upgraded a car. She's working on cars now.
Okay.
Because
I want one of her cars.
mechanicking is literally her like special interest. Get away from actual vampire bullshit. She's supposed to build her shit. So she's working on this like, I don't know cars that well, but some old Mustang right now. She's rebuilding it.
1971 and a half Mustang Mach 1 automatics, 351 Cleveland underneath the hood.
One.
It is baby blue.
She's working on. It's not baby blue. It's red. It is red.
It was baby blue, and then some asshole painted over it red.
It's me. I'm the asshole. 71 and a half. And if does he bring anyone with him?
He does not.
Just him. So he comes up. The dogs are where they usually are, just chilling out, vibing. Jason is wherever Jason wants to be. She didn't tell him. She just said, stick by. I might need an extra pair of hands if this goes south.
Okay. Are they in eyesight of?
The dogs are. Jason can be wherever he wants. If he wants to be an intimidating presence, he's more allowed to. If he wants to be more silent, and that's his choice. But I see him nearby in case.
So Jason he's got a pair of mechanics overalls on.
I love that.
And you see him
This is
walking.
our BFF time.
Yeah.
He built cars together.
It is not his name on the coveralls, but they fit him, and you just see him kind of like passing by every now and then. He's kind of being a background, like, just know that she's not the only one here in either of those dogs. He's not giving a very kindred presence, but there is someone else here, whether it be kind or kindred.
Yeah. When he walks up, she is still working on the car. She's not gonna be the one to say the first word. Liz's favorite tactic is staying silent for someone else to ramble. If he does.
He does. It takes him a second. Like, he's almost waiting for you to do the same thing.
Yeah.
He kind of stands there, feet shoulder width across. His hands like, kind of like, down in front of him.
Yeah.
Like he's waiting for you.
She's working
He
on
goes, so you wanted to talk? What can I do for you?
Why is he alive?
I'm guessing you mean the only other person we've talked about?
Yeah, how many other people you got trapped in a basement somewhere, huh?
And he kind of... Are you facing him or are you facing away?
She's fixing the engine as she's talking.
Okay. The camera sees his head kind of cocked to the side a little bit.
Huh?
Only one that we've talked about.
And what did I tell you to do with him? And this is when she stops and turns and looks at him as she leans against the car.
And he's still just kind of standing there a little... He's giving off kind of gangster vibes.
Yeah, he can.
Like this isn't the nerdy soft id that you've seen. It's very like... You called me down here at a junkyard. I think I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Told me to get rid of him. I did.
I told you to kill him.
He's going to die.
But he's not dead yet.
He poses no threat. He is chained.
Anything alive poses a threat.
And that's why I put dead things to guard him. Well, kind of undead. In between.
All right. All right. I'm. Just takes off her gloves. Sets them to the side. I'm gonna give you 2 options. No, 3. I'm choosing kindness today, but it's a choice. All right. And she puts out her phone and sets it on the table, and highlighted
He does put his
is
arms to the side, but
yeah. On the table it has a phone number. You can't see the phone number, it's the contact, and it is the prince. You can call him and let him know that you kept alive a threat to his child that I specifically told you to kill. And then you can go kill him after you've told him. 2, you can try to walk away from the situation, and I kill you. And I have me and about 1 or 2 Primogen who will thankfully back my story. Whatever story I want. 3, you can take me to where he is. Right now.
he just kind of nods, looks at the car. Well, we're not taking that piece of shit. And he turns and starts to walk away. Towards his vehicle, but...
Okay.
Are you going to let him choose option 3, or are you going to throw an option 4 at him real quick?
He's gonna take me to him?
He looks like he's walking back to his vehicle.
Okay. She goes to her motorcycle.
Okay. The dogs are in the sidecar.
Yeah, that's where they live.
Are you gonna...
I told Jason to follow.
Okay. He wants to know how close. To be like, do you want it to be able to see that you've got more backup than he originally saw, or
keep a distance? But if
Okay.
it starts getting like a little too close, then get in.
Okay, we're gonna roll a stealth roll for him.
Let's go, Jason. Number 3, my lord.
5 dice. Yeah. You're welcome to roll a intelligence awareness as you're on your bike to see if he's staying, like if you can see him.
Yeah.
But the couple times that you just kind of look back, you don't notice him, to the point where like either he better fucking keep up with us, or he's lost us already.
Give me 1 second. It's 4 successes.
4 successes. While you don't see him, you are able to hear an engine far enough away to know that there's an engine sound keeping pace with you guys, but you don't actually see the car. And it kind of fades back a little bit if you're on a straightaway, and it picks up if you're on a curve, and you realize that he's trying to keep as much distance to know exactly where you guys are without you actually being able to see his car.
There we go. Okay, I follow it.
Okay. About 30 minutes away, outside the city, kind of not a holler, but because there's no hills.
That's
Holler,
what they're
yeah.
called there.
It's a holler.
That's.
Down in the holler, all right.
Do you remember his story about the drug dealer chasing him home? He used that word like
that
80
was
times.
that was the fucking holler. But it's just kind of this. It's very reminiscent of Jeepers Creepers. That kind of just open land, but with it being down south, it's not corn and grass. It's just like not marshy, but just like unkept grass, a bunch of cattails and just crabgrass galore, and just unkempt open land. It probably used to be farmland.
Uh-huh.
And you get the impression that this is where every haunted house story originates from, with how creepy this just area is at night. There's no lights
Looks
other
like
than
home.
your own. Yeah. no lights other than your own. It's a 1-lane road. You don't pass anybody. You don't see anybody.
Flashback to Liz being in a cult in the middle of Wisconsin. Like,
And he pulls off and just not so much clears a path, because the path has already been kind of cleared before. But he knocks down some of the overgrowth that's come up since the last time anybody's been here, which helps you on the bike. He pulls up to this very apparent abandoned house.
okay.
And he gets out of the car. His little SUV.
She sets her location on her phone on
Okay.
and leaves it on the bike.
Okay. Dogs follow you.
Yeah.
You don't hear the engine anymore. And you don't see Jason.
Fine. Okay.
The last time you heard it was close enough to have followed you.
Mhm.
Because, like I said, it's a 1-lane road. It's not like you guys were going really anywhere else.
Yeah.
Um,
He was supposed to stay out of sight.
but it had
so
been
we
a
stay out of sight.
straightaway. It had been a straightaway for quite some time.
Yeah. Is there a text from him at all?
There is not.
Okay.
He doesn't text a lot, and probably didn't see a reason to.
Fair enough.
But it gets out, stretches. Not really, just kind of like a. For some reason, you're supposed to believe that 30-minute car ride made him stiff or something. You know that's not how kindred
Yeah.
work. But it's a very like
That's
human
not how
thing
any
to
of
do.
this works.
But it's a very human-like thing to do.
Yeah.
This big-faced lizard man. And he just kind of like nods to the house. Basement's inside. Do you want me to show you, or do you want to just do your thing?
How many people are in there?
Everybody out! And very quickly, one looks like he's about 6'4". He looks like an accurate 6'3", 250-pound, just muscled up, not older, maybe like early 30s to mid 30s. Very, very apparently a ghoul of Nos, and by the large smile, obviously one of Grinskin.
Oh.
And the other one looks like a homeless man wearing like a tattered up hoodie and some camouflage like cargo pants, not shorts, but pants, and just some boots. Not actual military pants, but like made to look like they were.
Yeah.
And they just kind of step out and nod to Id. That's it.
I'm gonna sense the beast and see the unseen.
Okay.
Toward the house.
Does sense the beast allow you to see holy, like the Second Inquisition?
It sees other auras, so yes.
Okay. There are no other bestial presences inside.
Okay.
And you do get more of, you don't see anything as much as like your nostrils kind of burn from that Second Inquisition.
Yeah.
Stank.
I was making sure everyone is out besides him.
Yeah, there's no one else in there, and you get the impression there is only one Second Inquisition dude downstairs.
She turns off Sense the Beast. She looks over at Ed and his companion, says, "Thank you so much for your cooperation. Your assistance is no longer needed." And I'm gonna walk into the house.
Okay. It is going to get back in his car.
Yeah.
wait for the two ghouls, and drive away then.
Okay.
Uh,
She's gonna wait until he's out of sight. And she's gonna grab her phone. And she's gonna head downstairs.
okay. When you about the time you go back to your phone, check it, and start walking back, you get a text saying he's leaving. Follow, stay.
Follow, see where he goes.
And it says CPY. If you don't know what that means, you wouldn't know what that means. But Liz wouldn't know what that meant. The camera puts it in
Cat
subtitles.
doesn't know
Copy.
what it means.
The subtitles of the screen just says copy.
Got it.
Like it's copy that.
And she sends an extra text. You've done a really good job. If they go anywhere where you can't follow, don't follow.
Understood.
Thank you. I'm gonna go talk to the father.
Okay. The hatch to the basement area is not chained. It's not locked.
Yeah.
This house is very reminiscent of like the Evil Dead cabin. A little bit more dilapidated
right now. She goes downstairs.
but just for that
Good
imagery of like hardwood floors, hatch,
Yeah.
and like a hand dug, probably shovel dug, honestly, basement area. I was like hand dug is like it's rough hewn, is what I meant. Not dribble hands down there trying to climb through. And in front of you, let's put it this way. Meg,
Hey, Meg.
can Jem describe this man?
Yes.
Chained up, shirtless, shoeless.
Didn't know that he was shirtless. Okay, now it's different.
I'll keep him shirtless for you.
And because he may have tattoos, so he is shirtless.
He was
He's
a man
wearing
before
his
he was a priest.
yeah. He's wearing his priestial pants. When they roll dice, they have when they roll dice, they have a priestial failure.
I just imagine any youth pastor pants ever, and we all know what that means.
He's shoeless. He has no jewelry on. He is sweaty and dirty. But what does he look like to us as he's hanging there with his head down?
He's been here for how long?
It's been like 3 weeks now.
It's almost a month. Yeah.
Okay, and he definitely has his beard. Bearded Brennan, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a good vibe.
Oh,
Pull a picture of Brandon Lee Mulligan. That is what you see.
it's Brennan Lee Mulligan with a beard. I think just because of stress, there's like a streak of gray starting to grow in, and his temples are starting to go a little white. But yeah, it's just this beautiful freckled ginger man.
That's been starved.
Piercing hazel eyes.
Huh?
Strong jaw. Nice mouth. And I think he does have tattoos.
Like where and of what?
I think he's got like a grandfather's name over his heart.
Okay.
And some, like, I think he has a tribal tattoo on his bicep from college that he's not proud of, but it's there.
But it's there.
And yeah, but it's there. And I feel like he's got something on his back, but I don't know. And I would know because I pegged him. So,
Hail Jesus.
That's right. Fuck me in the ass, because I love Jesus.
Doing cocaine for Jesus is actually my favorite song.
God, the line.
But I don't know what it is. I can't. But I don't think it's religious. I don't think it's like scripture. only God can judge me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's scripture. I don't think it's writing. I don't think it's like wings or anything crazy.
Book of Psalms.
No.
The whole book
It's
of
just, it's
Psalms.
just God's hands
No.
reaching down. Just that whole scene on his back.
You know,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Baptist church taught me not to
Um,
be horny, but also gave me the Book of Psalms, and I just don't understand, actually.
It's the one that Pam has on her back in Archer. The Lord's Prayer from what is it? The Boondock Saints.
It's not a bad. It's one of the better verses in there.
It's not that. And it's not like a cross or any across from where. You know, because it's Brennan, I'm gonna say it's
Thunder Chomp, whatever the dragon's name on a big
Thumber
ass
Chud.
D20.
Yeah,
Thunder
it's
Chud,
just a
yeah.
fat
It's
dragon on between
D&D days. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I
you
think
play D&D? Well, that's you out right now. I'm so sorry.
yeah, I think it's
Totally
actually
misunderstanding.
a sword going down his spine, but it has the dice on it.
Is that what you want?
That's what I want. Yes, very
That's
much
what you
so.
want him to have, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I feel like he's got something on his back, but I can't think of what it is.
It can
Okay.
just be a
And I'm
sword.
running out of like.
The camera doesn't get to see really what it is because the way he's hanging on the wall.
Yeah, there's just
We see him from the frontal perspective of Liz as
Yeah.
she walks in, and that beautiful mouth is dried, crusty. That strong jaw has been starved. And is malnourished. The beard is there, but it is scraggly and caked and dried with blood and drool, and it could be vomit, it could be whatever food they have been giving him. And he is chained, hanging. You see that his shoulders have popped out of socket at this point. The weight of his body against his shoulders. Comfort has not been provided.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, the only decency you've seen is that he is not dead, so he is probably starving, but hasn't. You see respirations.
There's a moment where she looks at him, and it is a direct flashback to her being chained in a basement, malnourished, on the edge of insanity. And she lets out like a sigh. Is he awake? Oh, I can't hear you.
Awake is kind of a broad term for him at the moment.
Okay.
His awareness, while he seems awake, his awareness is not there. But when you sigh, there's a slight, like he's trying to look up to you, but he doesn't have the strength to.
Father, I'm going to release your hands. I do not think you can run currently, but know that if you do, I will have to kill you, and that is not my plan today.
He doesn't respond.
I walk over. I bring over a chair, and I release his arms of the chains and set him down on the chair.
Are you trying to let him just fall, or are you going to actually? Okay.
I'm putting him into the chair.
Okay, but I mean, are you doing it?
I'm not being mean. That's
Okay.
what you're asking.
I was like, yeah, but if you did his hands without catching him, he's going to collapse. You get him. You get him into the chair, and he's kind of sunken, but he is maintaining him sitting down. Like he's not falling over. He can control himself, at least that much.
Yeah. She goes, "This is going to hurt like a bitch," and I just put his back into sockets.
Okay. we're not even gonna make you roll for that. He is compliant, and you've done this enough times.
Yeah.
There is a sharp intake of pain and then a sigh of almost relief, but it's struggled.
And she like leans down in front of him and looks at him. And she just stares at him for a minute.
So if you get down to where he doesn't have to actually like look up to you,
Yeah.
he looks you in the eye and it kind of fades. You can see his vision wavering.
Yeah.
And he just goes, "Good cop."
No, I'm the cop that wanted your death to be a month ago. I didn't want this.
Good cop.
Fair. She'll find some water, and she'll let him drink.
Okay.
Bring it to his lips.
There's nothing down here. Upstairs,
Yeah.
where the ghouls were, there's...
I had the dogs watch him while I go upstairs, just in case.
Yeah.
But
I
don't think he's going anywhere.
You get no growl from the dogs or alert
Yeah.
from them at all. There's like a half-eaten thing of pizza. It's cold at this point. There's some water. There's some soda. There's some Gatorade. You get the impression that they had to stay here.
Yeah. Just the
And,
water, like a half a piece of pizza. He hasn't eaten well in a month. I'm not gonna make him start throwing up.
He thankfully, but like ravenously,
Yeah.
devours it. And you see him stop for a second and then try to control himself. Like he's aware that if he just does what his body wants, it's just going to get out. His kind of rational mind takes over.
I have starved as both kind and kindred. This is not something to be embarrassed of.
It's hard to be embarrassed to your predator when you're the victim.
I understand that. Do you want the rest of this, or would you rather not?
Yes, please.
Okay. And she'll feed him the rest of it.
He takes it.
Is he a bit more lucid now?
Yeah, he is. He's not a weak-willed man.
No.
And the relief of not being hanging on his own weight, and even just a little bit of water that he's gotten.
Yeah.
At a certain point, he's able to like take the bottle of water.
Yeah.
And
You let them have it.
and he kind of takes a little sip and then eats a little bit of the pizza.
Yeah.
Takes a little sip and then he puts the remainder of the bottle of water next to him and kind of puts the crust of the pizza that is kind of a little too hard and dry at this point for him to be able to work up the saliva for. Just kind of rests it on his knee and he kind of tries to look up and just kind of like look sideways at you, but like tries to meet your eyes.
She's staying low and in front of him. She hasn't moved away really.
And that helps a lot for him to be able to actually meet you eye to eye. So, instead of a month ago, is it today?
Maybe. It's not really my choice to make. I try to take the choice from someone else.
Is it my choice to make whether or not I live another day?
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great if we could all choose our deaths?
Wouldn't it be nice if we could all choose our lives? He just kind of breathes out.
Did you not choose this life, Father?
And there's a little bit of where he kind of like looks away. There's a time where if you fucked up, committed a crime, beat somebody badly, killed a man, burned a house down, you could either go to prison or you go in the military. And then he did away with that idea because all you had, and he just kind of like stretches out his neck, was criminals and thugs in the military. For a long time, that's what they wanted. Vietnam War. They were taking anybody they could. And they realized that's wrong. We need to help these men. Then it went from you don't have to join the military, but if a church would take you in, if you devoted yourself to a higher power, people could take your pain away, wipe away your sins. Sometimes it's nice to believe that that exists. Then you give yourself to it. It becomes a part of you. Not only a part of your personality, because you're living it and breathing it and fucking eating it all day. Because part of your soul. And then there's almost a flicker in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You see it just at like the wet line. It's like a tinge of lightning. And then it is a part of you. If you believe hard enough. What's funny about belief is it's really easy to believe in something when you know it's real. But yeah, I wish I could live the life I chose instead of the one that was rammed down my fucking throat.
I've held a crucifix over dying children, begging for anything to take them back, to make them healthy again.
He's far more concerned with destruction than help.
And you would destroy us all.
There's a difference between religious crusades and survival. Some of us do it for the righteousness.
You are raising an army for righteousness?
And some people raise soldiers so we don't fall. He just kind of like blinks really slowly. There's some who believe in the cause. And there's some who believe that the cause is the only way to keep breathing for another night.
What do you believe in, Father?
Now or a month and a half ago.
Both. Entertain me.
A
Almost
month
maybe
and a
your
half
last
ago.
night.
A month and a half ago, I would have told you that regardless of where this very definitive power is coming from, you all, let me speak very hypocritically for a second. You all control too much, take too much, and far more kill too much.
Some of us.
Some of you. Some of us.
I had my fair share of thugs and thieves in your military.
But if you'd ask me now, I have lived, breathed, and loved one of you for more years than I've been asleep in my entire life. And when I found out about it, she sacrificed herself. So, strike me down, Lord, if I'm wrong. There's nothing fucking up there.
And Liz looks up to the sky for a moment, almost expecting a lightning bolt.
His eyes flash as you look up. There's nothing. So maybe we're all a little wrong. Because if I am one of his truly chosen, and I was left in a fucking basement to be fed on and starved, for what test? I was already promised the glory. I was already given everything just by being alive and getting his forgiveness and taking him in. And now I can still feel this fucking parasite inside of me. But no one came when I called, and I was supposed to receive retribution. If I think the way I think and feel the way I feel, his eyes flash, I can feel that too.
She stares at him for a moment, thinking, very much thinking over the words he's saying. Before she stands, and she wipes her hands on her jeans and goes, well, like I said, your life isn't my choice to take. And she pulls out her phone.
Tell her I
It's your-
said hi.
Oh, she'll tell you hi yourself. And I text Jim.
Hi, Jem. You receive a text message. What were you doing when you received this text message?
I hate this episode.
Jem is in her house, putting together the 5th ship in a bottle.
Yeah.
Is she getting good at it?
Was
The
Id
last day and a
here
half.
doing this with you when he received a text to like leave?
I don't know. I thought Ed wasn't speaking to her.
I think he
I
was
mean,
kind of
he's
leaving
more
up to
than
you. That's fine.
yeah. No,
Well,
no. Then
let's
yeah.
let's just so we don't have to reboot anything. We'll just say that this was your night to just do your thing.
Yeah. So she's got like the multiple glasses, and she's doing.
Yeah. And you get this text message. What does the text message say? I love that you're doing this ship in a bottle.
It says, I asked you a week ago what you would do if you found him alone. And I pinned her the location.
Just kind of confused. But she's gonna get a Uber, I guess.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Kat, are you going to stay there with him, or are you going to just going to leave him to her? You don't get the impression that he can really
Yeah.
leave. Like, he could probably get upstairs, but that's going to be a fucking struggle.
She takes the wet cloth and cleans the puke from his beard.
Thank you.
Takes a second, but yeah.
Yeah. I
So
clean
you're
him
gonna
up
give
a
him a
little bit.
sponge bath before I get there?
I am. You're
He's a
welcome.
nurse.
I used to be a nurse. During
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
Spanish flu.
Nah, once a nurse, always nurse.
I clean up a bit. And one of the last things I say to him is, no matter what happens tonight, take away knowing that you are not the only person who is not chosen to where they had to survive.
I know. I will tell you this. I've met many who have struggled worse than me and similar to me. And I always tried to give them peace. Where does that peace go when it's built on a lie?
Fucking nowhere. And
Let's hope they still have that peace.
she'll walk up the stairs and she sits on the front porch and waits for Jim.
Okay. He does ask for, like, as he's not going to work on the pizza, but he's going to drink some more of the water. He asks if you have any other water. There were waters up there, but it's whether or not you want to tell him there is or not.
I'll bring him some more.
Okay.
I'm not. I want him to be able to have an actual conversation with Jim, not being half lucid.
He's far more lucid than he was to begin with. So yeah, you're sitting upstairs, waiting
Sitting on the front
Jim.
porch. Just
Jim, pretty quickly, within 20 or 30 minutes, I'm going to ask you to do a persuasion, charisma persuasion, to convince an Uber guy
Yeah.
to drive down Jeepers Creepers Lane.
I was gonna like, yeah. So, what is this charisma persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 5 successes.
there
Okay.
you go.
Yeah.
Tell me where I want
He
to
doesn't.
go.
He doesn't even ask for like a bigger tip or
Roll
insinuate
5
you have
stars,
to.
right? Let's go.
Oh, he has the birds. Yeah, I can see that. I like that.
Brennan likes birds.
Brennan likes birds.
No, not your birds, Brennan.
Preach your bird, man.
Please.
And you get out to this like dilapidated shack, and you see Liz just sitting on the front porch.
Butterloo
Oh my
running around
God.
in a cornfield.
I'm tipping him extra. Hey, thank you so much. I kind of be safe, my guy.
I'm gonna go so far away from over here.
Yeah, go.
Review or not,
Jesus.
I will not be picking up your Uber from here. So it looks like she got a
Yeah, no,
car.
that's-
I would suggest that one.
Okay. Yeah.
And he doesn't even
that's
like
fair.
turn around. He just kind of like reverses.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not like a lot of room to turn around where you're not getting into like the weeds and the overgrown grass and stuff. And he's like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah, that's fair. I just go to the porch. Are you going to kill me?
Not today.
Oh.
I also have a little bit of a concern that every time we see each other, you ask me if I'm going to kill you.
Well, you are
But are you
who
going
you are,
to?
and look at where we are.
Yeah, I didn't pick it.
Okay.
She was his like clothes discarded downstairs?
They were
when he
in a
came
pile
Yeah.
in the corner.
She just holed out the priest collar.
What are you?
He's downstairs.
I'm just going inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a hatch that's open. You see a kind of little shitty ass couch with some. There's some gummy bears there because everybody needs gummy bears in their life. There's some like Gatorade and water and stuff, and there's some like half-eaten food. Look like 2 college guys just like camped out here for a weekend.
God, I
There's
want
no
gummy bears
alcohol,
now.
but there's also no TV. So there's like crosswords and comic books and shit like that.
That sounds awesome.
And there's a hatch that's open.
Yeah, she goes down a hatch.
In front of you on a really rickety ass chair. It's more of a stool because it's like a low back. You see your husband
Oh my God, Jimmy!
removing the water bottle from his lips. Hey.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you okay? Oh God! What are they? Are you okay?
And he kind of like he doesn't like shrink away from you, but he kind of like you get the impression that he's really sore and he's in pain. Whoa, lizard fucker, face man,
I did not tell him not to tell her.
decided that I was a threat to you guys, so I've been here for like a month. That's what she
What?
said. Yeah, a month. Hey, time flies when you're swinging low.
Can I?
Don't make me like the priest, goddammit!
Can I get you? Do you need food? Do you?
He kind of laughs. He goes, "You're not here to kill me.
No.
Let me ask you this: why? I think the little one was gonna kill me. Good cop.
Do you want me to kill you?
No, not particularly. He said depending on how this night goes, and the choice wasn't hers and the choice wasn't mine. So I guess the question is, do you want to kill me? Just the little one up there thinks I'm a threat. Lizard fucker
Well,
thinks I'm a threat.
they don't know you like I do.
That's how I feel about you. Roll me an intelligence awareness.
No. God, how do I play this fucking game?
I also realize I don't have enough room for like my dogs and 2 people in my sidecar. So I text Jason to come back with the car.
Okay. He's not that far away. I
Cool.
for some reason I got the impression of his car was still
fuck
there.
You. 3.
Okay. He goes and he puts the water to his lips and he just kind of looks at you and he doesn't drink and he puts it down. And I just gotta know, am I dying tonight? I need to know.
I don't. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. What do you want to know? Do you want to know the Second Inquisition's plans? Do you want to know what they're building? Because that's what fucking lizard fucker's been beating me
Maybe
up
I
for
want
a
to know
month.
if you're hungry and if I can get you something. I think there's some Gatorade and gummy bears upstairs. I know that's not real food, but
I think that would make me shit this tiny little chair. And you
look awful.
You look past him, and there below him is shit on the floor.
Awesome.
He's like, yeah, I feel
This
like
is
shit.
why I sponge bathed him first. You're welcome.
I'm not here to hurt you. I was trying to find you.
We need to get you out of this fucking city.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
He just looks at you, and you can see the yellowish bruising that is healing and then had been hit again and healing. And he goes, because this city fucking sucks.
It's just because you're not from here, that's all.
He smiles with the laugh that you hear is more of like a raspy just exhale.
God. I have a place that you can stay. I'll get you whatever you need.
Not me. They do this to me. They do this to you too. These are the ones we hunt, I guess. These are the bad ones. That little lizard fucker would do this to you too. There's no humanity left in those eyes.
Little lizard fucker.
Yeah, we talked
Did he
about
have a
when we
he have a
watched
big
all
smile?
those. Yeah, when we watched all those amazing Spider-Man movies. Or I guess we didn't watch those movies, but the nights that we had the movie marathons, yeah, like that guy, but smaller.
What did he do? Doesn't matter.
He tried to
right
get
now.
information out of me. Yeah,
What did he try to get?
everything he could about the Second Inquisition, and then would beat me to make sure I was telling the truth, and he would starve me to make me insane to tell him the truth of the same shit. We're very open with what we do. I don't know why he thought we had some super secret part of a super secret organization. It's just hunt those fuckers down with a crucifix or a shotgun, whichever.
I need to figure out how to get you home. 'Cause I don't have a car. And the Uber will not
you hear
come
a
back.
car pull up.
Yeah, Jason very quickly he arrives. He goes, "Hey, I didn't really follow him all the way out. I'd rather be closer to you." And follow him for a while. Looked like he was going back to the city.
I just stick my head up. Liz!
She walks over immediately hearing her name.
I need a car.
I have a car.
I need to get him home.
Okay. I need one condition with that. That you take Bud and Lou with you, just in case anyone tries to get to him.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Do you need help getting him up, or you got him?
oh, I
You
can't.
start to hear footsteps from the behind you, and you look back, and he's got his water bottle in one hand, and he's
You haven't walked in a month. Please be careful.
He never
Hold on
skips
to her.
leg day. Well, I can't.
you can't what?
He can't hold on to me.
Why?
They're
Shh.
yeah.
You know why? Because they hurt us.
Liz will walk over, and she holds her hand out.
He kind of like you, Jem. You feel him kind of press against you as he kind of like leans up,
Shh.
like from behind you, and he kind of just high fives Liz a little bit.
Does it burn?
No,
I don't think he believes in anything anymore.
and he puts his hand on the wall, and you get the impression that he's trying to do that to stabilize himself, and then his hand glows a little bit, and when he takes his hand away, there's a burnt handprint on the wood,
Or he can control it.
off and on.
See? I just don't want to get hurt.
He kind of like rests his head on your back as he stands behind you on the stairs. Me either.
I don't think he's gonna hurt you.
She whispers low so that... Because I don't know if he could hear
You
shit
whisper
or
low.
not.
You whisper low so he doesn't hear you.
Yeah, but so she
Super
whispers.
secret
See what
vampire
happens.
whispering. Let's go.
She whispers for Liz. He told me that I couldn't touch him.
Id's a liar.
Lizard fucker. You realize he can hear you.
Oh, fuck. Okay, you have a car, and I can borrow a car?
You can borrow the car.
Can someone drive it? Because I don't know how.
Dibs on not driving it.
I know, baby.
I will have Jason drive the motorcycle, and I will drive you home.
Okay, thank you. And she kind of, like, grabs a shirt
Yeah, he
and is, like, using him like oven mitts to sort of push him.
sees that, and he reaches and like kind of. It looks like he's trying to adjust the shirt like around him, and he touches your hand and just holds it. It's fine. It's off. It's on. Don't be afraid to touch me now. You're the one saving my life. And he holds over the water bottle to you, Liz. He
Okay,
goes, "Don't drink this. Bad for your health." And he starts hobbling out of the room. You have a bottle of holy water now in your
I
hand.
was about to ask, is he fucking drinking holy water?
No, when
Or
he
is
asked
it
for
holy
more,
now?
when he asked for more water, he didn't drink any of the second bottle. He just converted it to holy water.
She holds on to it and looks at it and just puts it in her bag.
You know, one day,
One day.
Jem's gonna find
He's
a
not an
man
idiot.
That's normal.
He's not. I don't think he's
One
dumb,
day.
But I know me and
I'm
Jim
just
could have
saying.
taken him down if we needed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I could.
One of you would have some serious facial disfigurements.
Yeah.
It's fine for you, Liz, but maybe not so much for Jem. Liz is like, "Oh, I got to do my makeup today," and covers the scars.
It's just all it would be is like the rest of eternity is every time she sees it's just him saying, "I fucking told you so." Okay.
So you're gonna be able to get him back to
My house.
You're gonna take him to your house.
My
okay.
house.
As I passed Jason, I was looking up and saying, "Where'd they go?"
Talking about Jim
Ed.
or talking about
Ed.
They were going back to the city. I'm guessing they were going back to the cemetery, whichever one they're at.
Great. You can drive a motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Take that back to your place. Just put it in the back. I'll come collect it later.
Are
If you scratch it,
if I scratch it, you're never gonna fucking know about it. You're never gonna fucking know about it.
I will know.
You fucking won't know. Fucking
I
kidding
have
me?
access to every camera in this goddamn city. I will know.
You're not gonna know if I scratch your fucking bike because I'm gonna fix it. And you're never gonna fucking know about it.
I will kill you. I don't care how much I like you. I will kill you.
It's not for fucking scratching your bike because you're never gonna know about it.
All right.
You kind of turn. Are you gonna do the thing? You're gonna do the thing.
I'm driving the car.
Oh, you're gonna drive. Oh, okay. I thought they'd already left. Okay. I was
No,
like, no,
they
there's no
can't
other
drive.
car here. Where's the car math on this?
No,
Oh.
Jim can't drive, so I'm
Math ain't
driving
mathin'.
Jim
Yeah.
and her priest boyfriend home.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You just don't have to do
Thinking
shit on my
about
fucking
knowing
car.
that I am gonna have to tell the prince about this eventually, and I'm thinking about that in my brain right now.
So yeah, the motorcycle drives off. You're left with the car.
Cool.
Is there anything that you guys want to do on the way or when we get there?
Yes. Can we stop at a drive-through?
Yeah.
Why?
Get this
For
man some chicken nuggets.
Food?
Okay. I have fed so many starving people. If you feed him a Big Mac right now, he will just throw it all up.
I know. I'm not
secret sauce would be secretly
stupid.
not fucking going in my mouth.
Do you have bread at home?
No. Why would
Okay.
I buy food?
You like never mind. I was gonna say you like toast with strawberry jam, and I was like, yeah, she's got
Do
fucking
you
bread.
Like tea.
I will order grocery Uber Eats on my phone while I'm driving.
It's there before you guys get there.
Cool.
This
It's
is
like
my world.
bread
Bread.
and tea and just
Honestly,
soft stuff on his stomach.
We're coming
right
from bumfuck nowhere.
now.
They can
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We're not stopping through a drive-through. I just saved this man's
He
life.
really
and
wants
I
some Mellow Yellow right now.
don't want him dead.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm doing that wrong too. Can you just take us home, please?
I am taking you home.
When you guys get home.
You're not doing anything wrong. I just have experience of feeding starving people, and you don't have that experience. And that's fine.
I have half the experience.
No one asked
Okay,
you,
shut up,
Jimmy.
sweetie.
I had the starving part of that. Okay.
And I will drive them home.
We're gonna go. Yeah, then we're gonna go inside.
Before Jim leaves, she kind of just grabs her for a second. I have to tell the prince. It is my job.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
And you just hear, fuck.
Respectfully, you should have told him months
No.
ago.
She shouldn't. You did good. Good job.
Who's
And he's
All
falling
right
asleep
now.
in the
Yeah.
back. He's falling asleep.
He's not lucid. I should have.
Oh my god, this is Easter of 04 all over again.
No.
There's a lot of
no.
inside jokes you guys are gonna have that I'm not gonna understand. So have a good night. In about 42 hours, I'm gonna have to tell him. But I'm warning you now.
It's like 2004. That's so long ago.
I know.
Now, from one
Okay.
friend having a mental breakdown to my other friend having a mental breakdown, I gotta go check on Siren because I haven't heard from her in 2 weeks. Like, get in my car.
Absolutely not. There's so
Tell
much
her.
bigger shit going on right now. Do not dare cut to me. This is
Tell her
so
I
much
love her.
more
Well, that's what I'm
fucking
saying. If there was nothing else
No,
other
no,
than
they
a
have
night
shit
of
to
like
talk about.
aftercare.
No, shut the fuck up. I'll turn my camera off. They have shit to talk about.
Okay.
Carry on.
So do you want to have a scene with him? You will have to kind of bring him back around a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you offer him food and water, that will help.
Yeah, I'm
missile
gonna
is
make
EP.
him. I'm gonna make him dinner. We're having breakfast for dinner. So toast and an omelet, and fruit, and a cup of tea.
He sits there and like sucks on the fruit like ever. Just like, this is glorious. This is heaven right now. This piece of cantaloupe is the best.
Cantaloupe's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, if you're dying of thirst, that's a lot of sugar water going in your system.
Yeah.
Hydrate, folks.
Hydrate. It's important. Woof. So, what do you want?
Oh no, I'm stuffed. Thanks.
Jimmy, this
I
is
know.
serious.
Anyway, we can go back to Dreamland because that was nice.
We can. We can't go back, but we can kind of pick up. It'll be different.
I think sunwalks on the beach are going to be a little.
Yeah,
Little rough.
but you're Ginger, you know, we were spending half of our savings on SBF for you anyway.
SPF 300 for me, SPF 3000 for you. What is? Let me ask you this: you're closer to this than I am. What are the possibilities? You tell me.
Well, I can't do anything. I could maybe ghoul you?
I wouldn't. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I mean, so realistically, you could, but it would be an everyday thing, and that's gonna be rough on both of us. And part of the reason y'all goal is you already got me. I don't fucking care if we never bought the rings in real life. You know who the fuck I am. You think I'm really gonna betray you? I'm gonna betray you, and he just kind of like snaps his fingers, and there's just this little slight electrical fire that kind of. No,
no, God.
It's not. It doesn't invoke the beast in you. It's like it wasn't a big enough show for it, and it didn't
Please
invoke
don't
the
do
beast
that again.
Okay. It would burn through your, what do you guys call it? The vitae. It would burn through that.
God, how much do you know? I think you know more than I do.
I know you've only been in the city for less than a year to 2 years. As kindred. I know that you're kindred. The clans, headquarters, locations.
So, what do you want?
How are you with churches in this life?
Honestly, kind of good.
Well, we can go to Alabama or Georgia and
Please.
church. No, I mean, you think that I can't just sit here in New Orleans and hunt your coworkers?
Why do you have to hunt anybody?
Oh, if I stay in New Orleans, my money's gone if it's not the church. So
I need barbacks.
what I'm saying is staying in New Orleans would pretty much mean eventually I would be found out, and I'd have to go either work for the church or probably just be put to the sword because I wasn't acting. Where did I go? I'm a turncoat.
We can't ghoul you, but we could maybe do something else.
Do you want to stay in New Orleans or not? That's the question.
Yes. Someone's already tried to get me out once. I don't want to go.
Then I don't. You don't have to ghoul me, but I don't know how I can stay in New Orleans. Unless... Let me ask you this. Let's say that I never worn that collar a day in my life. I have no idea what the Second Inquisition is. You tell me your definition of us and what your plan to do about us is, and I will tell you if that plan will work or not, or whether or not I can stay in New Orleans.
Well, I'd like it if you stayed. I have extra rooms. You
If
can
I
have the
stay,
man
the
cave
church
you
is
kept
going to
bitching at me
find
about.
If I stay, the Second
I
Inquisition.
know. If I keep you, someone has to turn you.
That's not a
I
very
can't.
common thing. That's not common. That's...
No, but neither are we.
That... It's only happened... the last time it happened was very similar to this, actually. But... it could potentially kill the kindred that does it. So name some people that are willing to die for me and you.
I don't know. Find somebody. They don't need to know what you are.
I survived, they don't. So hey, maybe I can keep killing all your coworkers just by trying to be with you.
Jimmy, please.
It's a fucked up situation.
Jimmy, please, can't you just at least act like you're happy to see me for a hot second? I know that this past month has been a fucking nightmare for you. And I'm not trying to... I missed you! I missed you so much! Everything hurt. I couldn't... And then he's been lying to me this whole time. Oh, God.
And he leans over and he puts his head down, like on the side of your shoulder. And there's still that distance between you, but he's trying to comfort you. Now, without a lot of moving large body parts to do so. So you know who it is.
Yes, I do.
First step, me staying in the city is being allowed to stay in the city. What do you want to do with the Second Inquisition? Because they can't be here and me be here at the same time. So how are you planning on destroying them?
We have plans in place.
Well, I'm not going to be leaving the couch for a while. So, got time. But there's going to be a point where they're going to wonder where I've been. To the point where they might not trust me anymore. A month is pushing it as
Cross that
it
bridge
is.
when we get to it. It's been a month. I mean...
Yeah, it's been a month away from this top secret organization of both the Catholic Church and the Five Eyes government agencies of the world. And I went AWOL for a month.
And they didn't come after you.
Oh, I know. I know. So, do I need to go back to work? Or am I just going to rest up here?
Just stay for a little bit until I can figure something out. I'm not... You know me, I'm not terribly smart.
And he kind of like nudges you with his head. I'm not even going to yell at you for that because I don't have the energy.
I'm going to show you to your room, okay?
Okay. He kind of like leans up.
Yeah. Let's go sleepies.
He's gonna take a shower first.
Let's get a shower first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's either taking a shower or a bath. Because he's just come out of a month.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You guys-
Per our agreement, Bud and Lou are sleeping at the front door.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, Bud's the front door, Lou's the back door.
Okay. Inside.
Yep.
Okay.
They would have barked until you let them inside, so like.
It's fair. And you guys are gonna finish up your night. Now Pixie. What chaos would you like to bestow upon the team
Nothing.
tonight?
Literally, I have no plans. I'm good.
Okay.
The plot can find me if it wants. I had literally no plans.
The only
All of
the only
those
thing
were distracting.
the only thing coming was Addie brings over some newspaper clippings. You have had a funeral, apparently.
Excuse them.
You have been declared dead. Sorry I missed it. Didn't know you had a funeral.
So you didn't.
No, this isn't me.
What was the last thing you told them when you were helping keep them off my actual trail?
You were back in Tennessee, or possibly Atlanta, and I was going to try Tennessee. I haven't heard from them. They haven't reached out.
Which means they hired someone else.
That's probably, if this is the result of them hiring somebody else, that's the better bet. Quick side, it's a detective thing. They'll just produce some kind of proof that it's you that's dead. They'll get a payout, and usually the parents or family will get a payout for life insurance, especially if it's accidental.
What does it say? Does it say her cause of death?
That it was a drowning in a secluded area of Tennessee that you and another camper.
Interesting. Interesting.
Do you think your parents would just cash in, or because I didn't get that impression, but you knew better than I did. Would they cash in on you not coming home to say you're dead to get life? If you ever came back, they're going to fucking prison.
For them to give up without seeing the actual body. For my mother to give up without seeing the actual body.
He slips another clipping on top where your dental records were what identified you. Your body had been pretty much beyond recognition by local wildlife and the river and the rocks.
Addie, did they kill someone to make this job easier for themselves?
I don't think your parents would do that. No.
No,
The detective? I don't know this guy. It just says private detective. I'll be honest, yes, but not really around that area. That's more Northeast Mafia private investigators or Southern dudes who are working for the cartels and shit. It's not unheard of, but it's not likely. But the dental records, that's what's suspicious.
Yeah. She just hitches a smile onto her face like nothing's happening. Thank you. That's gonna make hiding in plain sight a lot easier. I appreciate you.
You don't want me to work on this?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Thanks. You've done enough.
I'm still going to be following anything that happens with you guys' names and stuff, so if anything else pops up, I'll let you guys know, but this is what popped up, so.
You're better than a Google alert. I appreciate
Google wishes.
You're an Addy alert. Got it.
Yep. 5-star reviews across the board.
10 from me.
So I'm gonna go back home. If you need anything,
No, I'm good. Thanks.
let me ask. Do you think I could get my own place? Do you think that Liz would let me get my own place?
You think you can handle your own place? You were kind of clingy for a while.
I have stuff. I'm good.
Have I
I
gotten
am-
anything back from the prince about releasing Addie? Because I said brought
You
that up
haven't,
to
but he left her. He left her in your control to make your decisions with Addie. Basically, like, hey, she doesn't have a clan, and I can't give her to a clan, but I can give her to a person.
It's me. That's my person.
That's you. So Addie is much like a dragon, has hoarded variety of things that you have not realized is missing. And it's like
giving
when
her things subtly.
yeah, I mean she doesn't have to.
or not
She doesn't steal
subtly.
shit from you.
Like no, I've just been giving her shit. I understood and I had no problem with it. Like
Yeah.
She lives in my house.
Yeah, like she takes all your shit all the time. She like switches shit
she stole
out.
my lipstick.
She's like switches things out. Like she'll take the black lipstick today and then like switch it out and then it's the red lipstick tomorrow.
How do we
I
talk
love
about
her.
this?
If you guys were all like a band, like a boy band or something like that from like the 90s, she would be the groupie. Like when you walk into her room, it's very much like
Yeah, no, I love it. Listen, I don't really have. I kind of tuned out on what you were or were not allowed to do because my own shit. Sorry about that, but I'm sure if you ask her, she'll be honest with you.
yeah, but okay. Well, let's say she lets me. I know we haven't had a lot of time lately, but do you think I'm okay to move out?
Yes,
Okay.
because you're asking, and because you learned fast. You were always beyond capable before this.
And she kind of like stretches her arms back, and it is very supernaturally done. And she just kind of like stretches. She's like, "Cause I'm a badass."
And to show off.
And to show off.
Listen, and she in a rare moment of gentleness from Siren, she goes and takes Addie by the face. And she says, "You were ready the moment you became this. You've stayed this. You're in control of this. You've been ready for a while."
You guys got the cooler powers though, so
Not so sure about that right now.
all she knows is she can like fucking stretch Armstrong and like snap bones and shit.
You changed
Everybody else
her
has
whole gender. With vampire.
Literally.
with a snap of her
I
fingers.
was like,
Free!
honey, someday go look at the entire process it takes to do what you did surgically, that you did with fucking blood magic.
So
The
camera would have seen that she has done so much research throughout her life on how it's done, and knowing that she couldn't have it done herself.
So
And then the
did
moment she
that.
could,
She
she
did it.
knew what
So
was
she
going
knows.
on.
She knows what it took.
Is there anything else you want to do with Addie before she leaves? Okay. So as she walks out, she turns around and says, "I needed that. Thank you." And she swipes one of your hairbands from the dresser there near the door and just walks out.
She She logs into for the first time since she left. Since the first time she left her little network of personal spies in charge. She logs into the chat rooms they had at Juilliard to see if any of them are talking about her death.
Roll me a charisma performance.
She is looking, she is not saying.
No, for
Okay.
how awesome you were at Juilliard.
Yeah, no, yeah. Again, it wasn't. It was. she never attended. She was manipulating people to
Oh.
work for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was faking.
Um,
She paid people to lie to
So
her
that would have
parents.
been in private.
Yeah, no. Oh,
He froze.
that's the moment he froze. Hold on.
Yep.
I'm just gonna agonize over that. Listen, at least it happened so many times when he was a player last week. I know, I just got his text. It happened so many times when he was a player last week. At least it only has happened once as a storyteller, and like right at the end of the night. How's everybody doing? Can we get an emotional check-in? Who else is fucked up right now? I'm having all
I
the
think I did
feelings.
the right thing today. I think my conscience is clear, and I'm gonna have a really good night's sleep tonight.
Hell yeah.
Listen, you saved him.
Yeah.
You had more. You didn't do what I think any of us expected you to do. Love that, honestly.
I talked to Meg about 3 weeks ago. I was like, "Is this the scene you are emotionally prepared for?" Meg was like, "Absolutely." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Bless. Can we talk about for a sec that you had that conversation in advance, though? Because like I didn't fucking know that was coming. I was freaking out about exactly that. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like Sway knows.
I was like, "Here's an emotional."
There are certain things. I was like, he knows in private. There are certain things he has to warn me before happen, so that I can emotionally prepare, given the personal dynamics also of like, hey, I don't need to know what's gonna happen, but like warn me if I have to be emotionally prepared for this. And I'll take the frame away while he's out, and then we'll put it back. So yeah, I appreciate safety tools.
I just know Liz comes with a lot of trauma in a lot of different areas.
Oh yeah.
So I simply have to warn people about it, but I never warn our storyteller about anything that I do.
He doesn't ask you to, though.
Nor should you.
No, he didn't ask.
I pulled a blood cold out of nowhere, and he just went with it. And good for him.
No, he has never asked us to warn him, is the thing. And that's
and
the
if he did,
difference.
I'd warn him.
If he was like, hey, I have this particular trauma, can you talk to me about it? But, like, he never gave us that back, right? Like, we gave him our safety tool stuff. We were the ones talking about, like, Arkansas. Which is, like, important if he needed those things. Awesome, let's give them to him. But he's never once acted like he does, or, like, anything. So I feel like that's okay.
I say while Sway's not here, we all give ourselves, like, 5 dots and just random things. And see...
That timing!
You say what about Sway not being here?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Discord call would pop.
I said nothing. I did nothing wrong ever in my life, actually.
Oh my god.
I should have listened to the stream just a little bit longer. Here, I'll even turn my camera back on for
Hey,
you
that's
guys.
a good idea.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
But yeah, no, what I was saying is...
There we go.
She had faked a network of spies and whatever to be...
So when you log back into that chat room of just your spies, you can see the chat history.
She's actually not typing, not anything. Her status is still invisible. Like, no one can see that she's...
The chat is there. You were the only one left in that chat room.
Oh, shit.
The messages above are like, haven't heard from her. Yeah, did you see the article? The fuck? No way. Well, I guess this is over. And one by one, you've seen people, all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Leave chat. And just messages like that until you're the only person left in that chat room.
She closes it without deleting it or touching anything, because that would be, if for some reason anyone used their old invite to get back in or whatever, it would be weird if it wasn't there. She logs out, logs off, closes down. And rolls a willpower check.
No.
And where the fuck is my willpower? Okay, let's play this game for a second. Oh, thank God. Okay. She stays in town. She does not immediately get on a train to Tennessee. Which was what was going to happen if she fucking failed. She... next goes to the auction sites she knows that the upper class and wealthy use.
Okay.
And she's looking for her instruments, her clothes, her personal items, her car, her any of those things.
Roll me a intelligence research.
Can I get like an extra big because it's my shit and I know exactly
Yeah.
what to look for? Like,
Yeah.
Please, thank you.
You know the sites. You know items like this. It's not like you're gonna have to dig through 100 pages of results for lead guitar, because usually it's like marble bust of Saint Francis.
What the fuck is research? It's not on here.
Is it academics?
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's better.
With
Yeah,
a
academics.
specialty in research.
I do have. Okay, I do have that. Thank you. I do have that. Cool. Okay. So, 1, 2, 6, 7. Swear to God, if I fail this with more dice. 6 successes.
There is not a single one of your items on any of those auction sites.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Thank you for the heads up, Bex. I have barely spoken to. Not a call out. I chose not to. I told them to leave me alone because I was following their stories. But I didn't have a chance to talk a lot before, so I didn't know if I was quiet. Thank you. We're good. I've turned me up. Interesting. Okay. Can I then look up any recent news on my parents that has nothing to do with my funeral?
Roll me a willpower check.
Yep. Three successes.
Do you think 3 successes is enough to not click on the images and news articles
No,
that you
of course
see
it's
of your
not.
mother and
Fucking
father?
Of course it's not.
You see multiple images of, like elite funeral and so and Mr. So and so have lost.
Serena.
Your mother keeps using the word the muse.
The fuck she does.
And she is completely just besotted with tears in every photo you find.
Huh. She prints those out to add them to the clipping stack.
And there's photos of you. What didn't you learn the piano?
Yeah, all the instruments.
Yeah, but like, what was your mother's instrument? Like that she maybe pushed a little harder?
It was violin.
You knew. You see a lot of photos of you throughout the years playing the violin.
Yeah.
Your father also looks like he's emotionally fucked up from this.
Okay. She prints all this out and clears her browser history and empties cache, all the things. Clears printer history. That's a thing you have to do, kids.
Learned that from TikTok.
I learned that from Burn Notice. I learned all my spycraft from Burn Notice.
I learned that from here right now.
You're welcome. I'm here to educate.
See, I know Burn Notice had a really cool fucking episode about that. The thing on TikTok was just an HR finding out who was stealing somebody else's sandwiches because they were going back and forth on the fridge and they were like looking at printer history of who was like sandwich thief number 1.
Actually, than anything Michael Weston was doing. But they didn't look as good doing it, I'm sure.
It's true.
She. I'm gonna roll one more willpower check. No. Okay. Cool. Excellent. Cool. She starts to walk away from her laptop. All these printer things and papers and the clippings, and she unplugs it and takes it and goes and locks herself in the soundproof music studio, sits on the floor with laptop and all these things spread out, and just incognito browser windows, just fucking goes absolutely deep into literally every remaining thread that she had connecting herself to home. The credit cards she gave to her friends, she sees if any of them were used in Tennessee. If in case anyone accidentally got roped into this.
Credit cards that you had left with people?
Yeah, I left with people so that my bank statements would look like I was still at Juilliard. That was one of the things she did to put that in place.
What happens is that you one of your friends got arrested for using a fake credit card. Or not a fake credit card, but a credit card that they couldn't prove the identification with. Throughout other, no one's like, they didn't snitch on anybody else who had other cards or anything else like that. But and they didn't say that you weren't there. But like, no, I can't get a hold of her. She just left in case I needed to use it for emergencies. I'm just watching it for a little bit, and yeah, I spent a little bit, and there wasn't a lot of charges made to the card. It's like they would just infrequently use it for like gas here, something here, at the gas station, just kind of show that it was used, but didn't use it for themselves. The card was immediately canceled when it was found out that it had been stolen, is what they charged her with. And the lead from Tennessee had to do with another card being used while on kind of like college break.
Got it. So there was an actual lead to Tennessee. And either this detective got real bored and went, this is an easy out, or found the body of the girl using it, because he said campers. She's going to go deep diving into what the fuck camp that was and who they said died, and if there were other missing bodies.
The girl that is the other body, the other camper, was your friend that you left the card with. But they're using the card to attach the second body. Similar frame, similar height, and then the dental records match up, but they assume that was you using the card because you were there with your friend.
But it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I'll make one more check. Oh no. Yep. Just real fast. It is at this point that she books a train ticket for tomorrow to go to Tennessee.
Do you tell anybody?
Nope.
Do you tell any of your ghouls?
Nope.
Do you tell Addie?
Nope.
Okay.
But it's for tomorrow.
It is going to be early in the evening.
Yep. Just about supper time. Sorry.
It's just going to be about the time, like, you will have to rush when you rise, or you will have to sleep nearer train station. And you'll get there in enough time to, you will get there before sunrise. However, you have also heard local superstitions among the Kindred Society of you cannot leave New Orleans. The things on the roads. The goblin roads. All these different kind of superstitions that once a kindred is stabilized, unless they're like Ravnos or a kindred clan that needs to move.
Well,
that is
if
almost
I
like the
can't, then
world.
at least I will have an ironclad excuse for Jem not leaving, for her priest. So I will be a guinea pig. It's fine. Like,
Liz would know bad things happen on the road.
but I didn't ask Liz.
Liz survived it, but you would have heard stories of like the werewolves hunting anything that traveled through their nature. Wraiths
Outside of Camarilla territory gets bad.
It'd be like walking from, you know, your best utopia movie into Apocalypse, Mad Max. As when it comes to being hunted by other supernatural entities, it's not safe to travel alone. But the Bruja will know if you try to leave because they run the trains and the trolleys. Well, they might know. They would have that they run that. Okay. I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end it for tonight. Then.
I don't know that she will continue to fail her willpower. She might think better of it tomorrow, but right now at least she's going, well, someone else died and that no one's parents, like, someone fucking died and they're pretending it's me, and what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah. I get that. So we will go ahead.
Very, very quickly. Liz starts driving home, and she kind of stops, and she realizes, I've really pissed off some Nos today, and they know where I live. And then she considers going.
Where are you safe?
Yeah. She considers going back to the junkyard. No two people know about that. Jim's tied up. I haven't heard from Siren. I haven't heard from Chase. They're doing their own shit. I don't want to mask tonight, so I'm not going to Rebecca Chase's house. For half a second, she thinks about going to where she knows Duncan lives, but again, he could be anywhere.
Are you afraid? How strong is that fear?
It's there. It's not overwhelming, but it's there. And she goes, fucking hell. And she drives to Victor's house. Whether he's there or not. If he's not, she will break in and let her know that she's getting into his house.
We're going to say, for the sake of this, Victor is there.
Cool.
And about the time that are you taking your bike?
No, she's still in the car.
Walking? Okay. Are you taking any of your pets? Because the dogs are over with...
Dogs are over with...
Jim.
With Jim. Salem can get out if she needs to. If they hurt Banjo, they're just heartless bitches. He's a 3-legged hound dog.
I just meant, like, who are you showing? Are you showing up to Victor's with anybody? I wasn't planning on killing your fucking ghouls.
It's fine. Banjo's not a ghoul. He's just a dog. He's just vibing.
It's true. He's just vibing.
And really, if you can kill Strahd, good for you.
It's a mean fucking bird.
It's a mean fucking parrot. No, she just goes along.
Okay. Now, I'm not exactly sure what Victor's abode looks like.
Yeah.
I half picture the junkyard every time. Because it's like, this is where I'm at, like, but the camera just kind of pans over and zooms into him standing in his doorway. So I don't really see too much of his housing. We'll figure that out later.
I texted Cody. I was like, Liz is
Cody, what's your house look
like?
He
was like, okay. He went, fine. I was like, okay, cool, thanks.
And he is standing, he opens the door, stands on the porch, kind of leans in the door frame, and he's got a beer in his hand.
Love that for him.
He goes, she said you'd be by.
Who's she?
Lucy, you okay?
No.
Nah. It's kind of the vibe that she was giving me over the phone.
How does Lucy know?
Don't know.
That's fair.
You want a drink?
I would love one. Can I sleep here tonight?
Yeah. No, I was given the impression that it was room and board until no longer needed. So I'm guessing it's a security issue?
A little bit.
Let's see what we can do about the security issue.
Alright.
And kind of nod you in. And that is where we're going to end for the night. We'll pick up probably with you and Victor next week. Give Pixie time to figure out if she wants to do another willpower check or what she wants.
I will be doing several. She has stayed for this fucking coterie through goddamn everything. It's taking a lot of things going wrong at once for her to even consider this. This is a breaking point for her. She's fucking done.
No. That's what I'm giving you.
I'm making several because she doesn't want to leave. Let me make that very clear.
But we're gonna start with Liz and Victor. Then we're gonna go to Jace, and then we'll just let the girls with large decisions about to leave or stay in New Orleans. The drama twins. Decide if what they want to do or what the best course forward for them is. So thank you guys for this episode. I had a lot of fun. Are we rating?
Our right set up.
Outstanding. So we're going to send you over to them. Go ahead and give them lots of little love bites on the neck, consensually, of course. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.